Hi, this is Bobby from Horse Tender Studio, and how long has it been since I've done a vlog? I don't know, a month? 2? I don't think it's been 2. I hope it hasn't been 2. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. I've been super busy in the studio, and oftentimes when that happens, I just get so wrapped up in making things and doing things that I'm usually pretty good about documenting stuff. You know, I'll stop and take pictures as I'm making something or whatever. But then there's a breakdown between that and actually putting it on my blog or now doing these videos. So, as always, I'm going to try to get better at that. I've been doing a ton of prep work, prepping leather lace, prepping bodies to paint, and here comes my cat because she hears me talking. She is like a toddler. I get on the phone or something, she's got to come in and say hi. So there's my supervisor. I think she's in almost all of my videos, or she should be. But I've been prepping a lot of leather lace for National Tack Month. I was kind of procrastinating doing my actual project, but I was procrastinating productively. Say that 5 times fast. And I ended up prepping a huge pile of leather lace, and I ended up cutting up a bunch of my Rio Rondo hardware, cutting it off the trees and filing off the burrs and getting it all organized instead of having it just piled in a pencil case. And like, do I have halter rings? Do I have jump rings? I don't know. Anyway, so along those lines, I've been organizing them into, I guess I'm going to do like a bit of a product review, into these awesome little boxes that I found here in Japan. I don't know if you can see what's in this one. This one I've got halter, rings, buckles, snaps, bits, things like that, stirrups. And I've got several of them. I've got another one that I've been putting all my jump rings into. But this is what they look like empty. This one has 42 compartments. And it's perfect for the small hardware. And what I really like is that the compartments are angled, so you can kind of pull tiny objects out of there. They don't get stuck in the corners. And it's that really nice, softer plastic that doesn't shatter or crack like some of the harder plastics would. Anyway, what's awesome about these two is they come in 4 different sizes. So this is the 42 compartment. This is the 30 compartment. This is they're out of order. This is the 15 compartments, and this is the 6 compartments. Now the 15 and the 6 are deeper than the other ones, but what I love about them is they all stack. They all have these little notches and holes in the lids and the bottoms, and they're all the same outer dimension, so they all stack on top of each other. And I just think that's the most awesome thing in the world. And so I said it was going to be a bit of a product review. Unfortunately, I think these are only available here in Japan at one of the local stores. But I am more than willing to help anyone if they want a few to organize their little bits of hardware or anything else. Just let me know. I've been sending out cool little things like that I find to various hobby friends. And so that's one of the things I was working on. And then, like I said, I was prepping a lot of leather lace, doing the skiving and conditioning and all that. And then, so as a result, I've got all this stuff that I can use to make things, and I don't have to stop and prep, which I'm finding to be awesome because I usually dread prepping. And so this time I'm like, hey, I want to make a halter, I want to make a bridle, and I have everything ready to go, and it's just been awesome, and I've been cranking out some stuff. I'm actually working on 2 endurance sets right now. They'll be like the halter and bridle combo. One of them is actually going to be a bitless bridle. The other one's going to have like a halter with the bit snap. You can take them off, and a breast collar, and possibly a crooper. So it's kind of like an endurance themed set. All the strap goods, and one of them is teal and purple colored, and then the other one is kind of like a lilac or lavender, and they're really nice. They're coming along well, and when they're done they'll be listed up for sale. A lot of the stuff that I've been making lately I've been putting up on Etsy, I did another run of stablemate blankets. I made about, oh gosh, 20 or 30 more of those, and I've got several of them up on Etsy. And then also I put up, where goes the cat? Also I put up my first listing of some leather halters for sale, and then through that I now have a commission to make a leather halter for someone, so that's really exciting. And then that leads me to the next thing, which is actually an unboxing of a model that just came in the mail about an hour ago. The commission that I got was to make a leather halter for a Peter Stone standing draft horse. I used to have one of those way back when the Stone Company first started. I got, I can't remember if it was the very first drafter they did or one of the first, the MG's Prince, the black one. And he's one of the ones that I ended up selling when I sold a bunch of horses at one point. So I didn't actually have a Peter Stone drafter to make this halter on, and I thought, well, I can just work off of measurements or something, or try to find a mold that I have that's similar. And then I thought, you know what, I've always liked that mold, I wouldn't mind having one. I want to start getting into doing some harnesses and things, and so draft horse is always good for that. So I went ahead and did some window shopping, and I found I was gonna just get any of that mold, you know, as cheap as I could for a tack making body, and I ended up finding MG's Prince, I hope I'm saying that right, on eBay. And so I'm gonna go ahead and unbox him. I've cut the tape on the box, but I haven't pulled him out yet. This box is pretty big. And there's peanuts, and there's air pockets, and then there's a bubble wrapped something down in here that I think is a horse. Should be a horse. Alright, come on out, buddy. Try not to get peanuts all over the world, and mostly failing. Okay, this should be him. Oh, this is him. And the cat sees that I have a box, and she will be in it very shortly. Won't you? She's climbing in it right now. Let's unwrap this guy. I went back and forth between buying him and buying a different color, just because I have a lot of black horses, because it's one of my favorite colors. And I thought I really ought to have some different colored horses to model tack and stuff on, but oh well, I got another black horse. So let me extract this big guy. Wrapped up very well. There we go. I think that's the last of it. And voila. Here he is. Big boy. And looks to be in very nice shape. I wasn't super worried about condition. Mostly just price. I know that stones can get pretty expensive, and I just wanted one that I could build some tack on, and but he was actually a very good price, and they said he was in great condition, and he does look to be in really good condition, which kind of has pros and cons, because when you're building tack and things on a model, sometimes it's better to have one that's a little beat up, because you don't have to worry about scratching them too much or anything like that. But so far, knock on wood, I haven't managed to tear anybody up building tack on them, so I'll just have to continue to be careful. But here's this guy. So he's just been added to the herd, and I'm going to start building a halter on him for that commission, and then I might play around with doing some harness type pieces on him too. He's definitely big. And then let's see, oh, and related news to draft horses, yesterday was the horse poll here in northern Japan. Every year, twice a year in the early summer and fall, they have a I believe the translation of it that I've seen is Strong Horse Iron Pole. And it's basically, if you follow my blog, you've probably seen me talk about it. In 2015, when we first got over here to Japan, it was just a week after we got here, we went and watched it for the first time, and I did several blog post series on the horses and ponies of the event, how the event runs, and just some of the amazingly beautiful horses that I saw there. Most of it is draft horses. They seem to have a couple different categories. They have some that are just massively huge horses, and then they have others which I believe are a lighter breed or type of draft horse, and they pull, you know, a fraction of the weight. And then the cutest by far are the ponies. They have some ponies all the way down to almost miniature horse size, I'd say, that pull very lightweight little sleds, and they run at a full gallop and just fly down the track, because it's actually a race. They run 2 horses at a time, and it's just really, really neat to watch. It's amazing to see the horses and the harnesses and the decorations, and it's a really neat event. So I didn't actually take as many pictures and video yesterday as I have in years past. I just kind of decided that I wanted to watch it and kind of experience the event, because usually I'm experiencing it through the camera. The first year I went, I think I took over 900 pictures in just a few hours. And so yesterday I just kind of put the camera down for a lot of it and just watched, kind of soaked it in, and tried to make some more observations on what was actually going on, because with the language barrier, it's kind of like each year I go, I get to piece a little more together, like, okay, I think that's how this is working. And yesterday I was able to understand a little bit of the announcing, so it's a gradual thing. But they also have it in the fall, and the cat is back. And I have not gone to the one in the fall yet, but I managed to find the date for it, and so I'm planning on going this fall. I'm really trying to squeeze in as many of the horse events here as I can in the next year, because we only have until next fall before we leave. So on that note, the next event that's coming up this next weekend, the horse pole and this one always go 1-2 back to back, is next weekend is the Jingle Horse Parade. And I've covered that on my blog before. And I think I talk about it a lot on my Patreon page. I don't know if you've been over there, but I've got some pictures and things talking about it there. But it's an annual event where they dress up the horses and do a parade through a city down south of here, and it's always really interesting to see. The costumes are just beyond ornate. And so I'll be going to check that out this coming Saturday, I believe it is. And earlier today I just started going through the pictures and video that I did take of the draft pole yesterday, and I've got some good pictures that I'm hoping to put up on my blog in the next few days. And then I also took several videos. I really need to learn how to edit videos. As it stands right now, I have no idea. So like all of these vlogs are just one take, oopses and all. But I'd really like to maybe try to edit together a bunch of the short video clips I took yesterday at the horse pole and just kind of make a video of the event type of thing. And then end of April was the spring Yabusame, the mounted archery, and that was 2 days, and I went and took a bunch of pictures and video there, so that's another batch of video editing that I should do. I just need to sit down and work on that. Okay, and so to wrap up, the last couple pieces of model horse hobby news is I just found out that the Equine Collectibles magazine, which I've talked about a couple times on here, is going to be no more. Leslie Kathman, the editor, has just done a fantastic job on it, but it's I can't imagine the amount of work and time she's put into it, and she's announced that she's just not going to go forward with it. So that's sad for a lot of reasons. I am someone who's old school, and I really like magazines and books and hard copy stuff. I feel like I spend enough time on a computer, and I don't want to have to read everything online. But I understand you know, doing things in print is just gotta be expensive and time consuming and all that. And then on a personal note, I'm kind of bummed because I had hoped to maybe do an article, try to write like an article about the Japanese horses and the things that I've experienced here. And that's on me. I probably should have done it when I first thought about it, which was a few months ago, but this year I just can't believe how fast it's flying by. So that didn't happen. But and then in the good news, and it's kind of funny, these two things, I have a little post-it note that I put up to try to help keep me on track, and so that I don't just ramble for hours, which I might anyway, but I have a little post-it note that I put up, and down at the bottom I put Equine Collectibles with a frowny face, and then I put Mares in Black with a smiley face. Mares in Black is a brand new podcast that they just released their first episode, I believe earlier today or yesterday, and I actually just finished listening to it, and it inspired me to get off my butt, or get on my butt, however, and do a vlog, because I was like, it's been a while. But it was a really great podcast. I put it on while I was doing, actually uploading and editing the pictures from the event yesterday, and then I came up here into my studio and just started working on a few little things, and while I was listening to it, and it was really great. They said a couple times that they thought it was too long. I thought it was great. I mean, I realize I'm the minority, but I kind of like videos and things like that are longer, that I could put on and just do things and not have to worry about what comes next or making a playlist or anything. So I didn't mind the length at all. It was fun to listen to them talk. It's apparent that they're the two gals that do it are really good friends, and it was just fun. It was fun to hear them talk. It was neat to hear you know, model horse news, because that's just something that really isn't out there. And now that with the magazine going away, they're exploring you know, kind of a new format for the hobby, and I think it's really great. It was a lot of fun to listen to, and I was thinking maybe I could try to reach out to them about doing some sort of segment on the Japanese horse world or something, even though talking about it would be a lot more scary than, you know, writing an article in the yeah. But hey, this vlog is all about pushing me outside of my comfort zone, hurling myself out of my comfort zone, so who knows. Anyway, looks like I've rambled on for long enough, and without the ability to edit, this is what you're gonna get. So thanks for watching this bit of a catch-up. I'm gonna try to be more regular about these. I think my plan in the beginning was to do them weekly, so I'd like to try to get back to that. And I'm also going to be putting some stuff up on my blog here this week about the horse poll, and Jingle Horse is coming up at the end of the week, so that's going to be another bunch of stuff. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and as always, I'd love to hear what you think. I'll talk to you later. Love you guys. Bye.